If you have a 17 to 19 Super Duty and you want to do a 20 to 22 facelift conversion, we have the perfect upgrade for you. Other shops would charge as much as $6,000 and just cut that entire front end up. Well, we have an upgrade that's going to be fully plug and play, and I'm going to show you how to install it. Now introducing the Facelift Core Support. This support is going to allow you to transform your truck into a 20 to 22 front end. And this upgrade is fully bolt-on and plug and play. Everything will line up just fine and fit right at home. Now the grill that we're installing today is going to be the XBG. It's either offered in a chrome or black and a white or amber DRL. They also feature a dual intensity DRL function. So during the day, they're going to shine bright and they're going to dim down at night so you don't blind people when you drive down the road. Now we're going to talk about the headlights that we're installing. These are going to be our XB headlights. Each housing is going to have 4 LED projectors. They also feature a fully sequential turn signal, and they're offered in either a white or amber DRL version. And we guarantee that the headlights are going to match the grill perfectly. So let's get rolling in the install. The first step is going to be to pop the hood. Now we're going to go to our grill cover and we're going to remove our 14 plastic push clips holding in the top. Now just remove your grill cover. Set it off to the side. Now remove your 8 10mm bolts holding in the very top of the grill. Now that our grill is loose, we're going to go and pull it out towards us to access the 4 clips on the very bottom holding it in. Now with the grill completely loose, if you have a certain trim, you would have a front camera up here. You would just disconnect it. If not, just take your grill up and set it off to the side. The next step is going to be to take out our headlights. We have 2 10mm bolts on the inside holding in the headlight, one on the top and one on the side above the bumper. Now with the bolts taken out of the headlight, go ahead and grab the top of it and pull it towards you and disconnect the wiring on the back. And now just do the same thing to the other side. Now we can start taking out our core support. We have 4 10mm bolts that we're going to take out first, and then we'll move on to the next steps. Now we're going to start taking out the horns. Step 1 is to pry the harness away from the core support. Now just unplug the harness from the horns. Now just take out the 10mm bolt holding in the horns. Pull your horn assembly out and set it to the side. Now we have 4 push clips on the very bottom of the core support on each side. Go ahead and pop those out. Locate your 2 13mm bolts on each side. Now the last step before we can take out the core support is to pop up these little push tabs. You have 1 on each side. Now that our core support's loose, we can go and pick it up and take it out of the front end. There is one thing that we have to transfer, and it's going to be this clip right here that holds in our horn support. Just take that off. Now with your new core support, locate the area where your previous clip went into and transfer it onto the new core support. Now reinsert your 4 13mm bolts with 2 on each side. With the plastic cover on the bottom, go ahead and reinsert the push clips. Now on the top side of the grill, you're going to reinsert your 4 10mm bolts. This kit also comes with all necessary hardware, so go ahead and find these metal push clips that look like this, and we're going to insert them on the top section of the grill. Now just insert the 2 metal clips at the very bottom of the grill. Now take your horn assembly and reinstall it into the new core support. Now just grab your horn harness and plug it back in. Now with the core support installed, we can start routing the wiring to put in the headlights and the grill. You're going to need a fuse tap regardless, but being that we're also doing the grill, you have to take out the top 10 amp fuse and replace it with a supplied 15 amp fuse. Let's show you how they're ran. Now locate the vehicle on the passenger side of the engine bay and go ahead and pop out the cover. With that popped out, you're going to locate fuse number 35 and take it out. Now with the supplied fuse tap, reinsert it into slot 35. Now with the fuse tap, go ahead and route it down. Now with the longer side of the fuse tap, go ahead and route it along to the front of the vehicle to the driver's side headlight. Now with the fuse tap harness ran, this would be a great time to go ahead and zip tie it. Grab it up and zip tie it along the front end of the vehicle and make sure it's not around anything that's hot or moving. Next up, we have the harness for the XPG or the XP Grille. It's going to go on the passenger side and it's going to plug into the original wiring from the vehicle. If your truck came equipped with OEM LED lights from the factory, you will need this one harness included in the kit. Now with the harness connected, go ahead and run it through the back side of the core support to the middle of the grille. Now this front end conversion is starting to come to life. Next step is to take our XP headlights and get them installed. If your truck has OEM halogen headlights, the XPs are fully plug and play. If your truck came equipped with OEM LED headlights, you would need to use the harness that's provided in the kit. And then if your truck came equipped with OEM halogen headlights and you want to run OEM LED headlights, the harness will not work. Now with inserting the XP headlights, tuck the excess wiring to the back, put the bottom end first, and then snap the top end. Now just do the same thing to the other side. Now on the back of the original grille, we're going to take off the emblem to swap them over. You're going to take out these 3 10mm nuts. Hold some pressure on it to make sure the emblem doesn't fall. Just like that, our emblem is removed. Now we have our new XP Grille in front of us. We're going to lay it down on the face and reinsert our emblem. Now before we insert the emblem, we have to install our emblem dampeners that are included in the kit. They just slide right over the studs like so. Now just go ahead and install your emblem to your new grille. And reinsert your 3 10mm nuts. With tightening these, make sure not to overdo them as you can break off the studs. Now we have to reinstall the OEM clips into the new grille. They're going to go on the very bottom of the grille and they're going to snap into the core support when the grille is installed. Okay, now we're on to one of the last steps. We can go ahead and turn the grille around and insert it onto the core support. Now plug the grille into the harness that we ran earlier. Now just go ahead and snap the grille back into place. Now insert the 10mm nut on each side that holds the grille to the headlights. Now insert the 6 10mm bolts holding in the grille to the grille support. And don't forget the 2 10mm bolts at the bottom of the grille. And just insert your cover. Now we have the grille and headlights installed. The last step is to throw the grille cover in. We just have to put it on and reinsert our push clip. Now you have just done a facelift on your 17 to 19 Super Duty to make it look like a 20 to 22. Now remember, other shops, they will quote you thousands of dollars and have it for weeks at a time. We did this in less than 2 hours for about half the cost. Now if you want to shop this product and so much more, head over to morimotohd.com and we'll see you all in the next video.